We basically have the two biggest games that we've ever had in this save as far as impact and magnitude. So hopefully we can pull off some good results.
Don't wait for me, 'cause I keep breathing fire. I won't wait for you, 'cause you keep telling lies. I keep going high, she keeps going low. At the end of the day, she's gone. But you don't wait for me, 'cause I keep breathing fire. And you keep telling lies.
Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Outcasts 2 Icons. As always, if you've been enjoying the series up to this point, hey, drop a like. Magical things will happen. Again, not from Merlin, but from me. So I thought we'd start today on the page of Miran Sirk. Kind of gone under the radar since we brought him in. I sort of regretted the signing a little bit, but I felt it was good for squad depth, and I think I'm going to be changing my mind very soon. Also, someone pointed out he does look a little bit like Bolton legend Kevin Davies, and as a result of that, players in the squad have noticed that, particularly Kim, of course, who knows all about Bolton, and has just started calling him Kevin, just because, you know, because Miran's such a hard name to say, isn't it? It's on the club documents. Now, what are you going to do? I'm sorry, Miran. It wasn't my decision. With the Europa League groups in full swing in the game, I will no doubt be keeping a very close eye on the other results in our group. And if you want to be able to do that with the real-life Europa League when it starts, then the OneFootball app has got you covered. Through the live news notifications, you'll be the first to be notified about the draws when they happen, so you can find out which group your team is going to be in. And of course, live scores during the games as well, which is very, very important. You can also take part in, of course, fan voting to go along with it, so you can decide that your team is going to win every game. I wish I'd decided that, to be honest. So once again, thank you so much to OneFootball for sponsoring this video, and you of course can download the app for free with the link in the top line of the description. Something else I've really enjoyed is just with Pavlich turning down that move to Manchester United. Weirdly, I should also stress that as much as he said he didn't want to join Manchester United, had no interest. He also said his preferred destination, because he did actually have one, was Saint-Etienne. Strange decisions there from Pavlich, but luckily Saint-Etienne never came in for a bid, and I don't think they could afford him anyway, so I think we're kind of safe on that front. But he's just been so loyal in this save, and I do, obviously, the game doesn't know this, but in my head canon, the reason for that is because, you know, we basically gave him his debut, I think, at Dinamo Zagreb, brought him through when perhaps he may not have got an opportunity otherwise, and he's gone from strength to strength in his career, and has earned himself a massive move to Serie A, and he's now one of the key players in a team that are in Europe, and that's a big deal for a player like that. Getting games for Croatia, I think we've really made a career out of Dinko Pavlich, and I want to bring him, if we want to move clubs, I feel like Dinko would come with me, but I really do feel like we can achieve so much here, and I'm excited about it. I've also been, as we've played a couple of games off camera as well, just looking at personnel. We've had to rotate around quite a fair bit, and I was happy to do that because they were slightly weaker sides, and it would suck if we dropped points against them, but it was nice to give other guys a chance, and I really feel like the likes of Kevin here and Josip Glavaš have really stepped up into that period of games, and that is extremely pleasing. But right now, we basically have the two biggest games that we've ever had in this save as far as impact and magnitude. So hopefully we can pull off some good results. We host Rangers, the home game. Now, our record, it was going to throw away the points against Sporting, but I think we can all agree in the end, a draw was a fair result. Still don't know how 6 goals were scored in that game, and I think we were lucky to earn a point against City. I think we've actually got more points right now than I would have ever imagined that we'd have at this point during this group, because I still think Sporting are a bloody good side. One thing I do want to show you though, this is the guy that scored that absolute bang. I'm just going to hit a scout report in a minute. This is the guy that scored those 2 bangers. He does indeed have 16. He's look at him. How has he not got any Portugal caps at the age of 26 with attributes like this? He is unbelievable. And obviously these guys are well out of our price range, but look, he's got nearly a goal every other game for Sporting while playing in midfield. This guy is a menace. You can actually just see down here with his XG. To be fair, it might even be lower than that. For all we know, he's had other shots, but that's just how unlikely it was that he would actually score both those goals. But what a player they've got there. Players came back a little bit tired off international duty, and as a result, we had to rest players out. Now, annoyingly, Kevin isn't registered for the Europa League, and I'm regretting that immensely, and you'll understand why in a little bit with the off-camera games. But for now, he will step out and have a little rest here. But it does mean we can use him a lot more in the league. So we'll swap some stuff around. Siggy was in. A lot of players came back. They were not injured, but they were just sort of like on the cusp of being injured, essentially, due to the sheer amount of tiredness. So that's fine. The defense comes back in there too. Milivojevic is back in. Mihal Chea is now back from a little injury as well. I'm going to start Josip Glavaš in the midfield for today. There is a reason for this, which will become clear very soon, but I think he's deserved the right to start here against Rangers in that midfield. And yeah, so let's basically get going. I don't think there's anyone else. Oh, hang on. No, I want to bring Lebert onto the bench. We definitely need Max Lebert around. He's not very happy with me at the moment. Annoyingly, Glavaš is a bit annoyed at me too, which is weird, because basically last season part of his joining us was we would loan him out, which we then did. He went to Belgium for a bit. I then took him off the loan list in the summer, as you do, because the promise no longer existed. Anderlecht then put a loan bid on him anyway. I then turned it down because I wanted him in the first team, and he's now pissed at me and refuses to sign a new contract because I didn't let him go on loan to Belgium. Mate, you're literally playing for us in the league and in the Europa League now. Cool your jets, Josip. I'm hoping he will come round because I really do feel like this guy's a bright future. And weirdly, I actually think he's better as an attacking mez than he is in that AM role. So, interesting system that Rangers have got going here. So, yeah, it's one of those ones where I don't really know how to go about this one, but it is going to give us a lot of space in the centre of the midfield. So I expect to see Pavlich just pinging balls about, and hopefully that can get us some joy. But we'll start with our normal style again, and then go from there. Hang on a minute, isn't that the... Yeah, it is. It's the former Liverpool goalkeeper. I swear this guy used to play for Liverpool. Or does in real life even, or certainly did. Ah, that's annoying. So Kelly picked up an injury, and I thought, oh, it's fine, we'll just play Sirk there. But, of course, we can't. Can we? That's annoying. I didn't even realise I'd slapped Kudus in there. This could be... Actually, I don't know. He might do an alright job on the wing. I'm excited about this. This is huge. Oh, look at that. Lovely. Bloody managers shaking hands and everything. You can see Kim in his lovely tracksuit. Gorgeous stuff. Kudus out on the left-hand side is certainly interesting, but with the injury to Kelly and the lack of registration ability of Mr. Kevin, we've not really got much choice. The key in a game like this is do not lose. They have got a very defensive system as Glavash is into the box, and it's a good shot, but he's getting into good positions, and that's what we want to see. It's a very, very defensive system, and we're going to have our work. Oh, no. Oh, it's off the base of the post. Can we just find something here? They've probably had the best chance of the game so far, and we've not really been able to conjure anything at all as of yet. And that's disappointing from us, really. And that should be easily mopped up by Cabrera. Even he's really sort of struggled to get any kind of momentum going because it is so congested in that wide area. Driving into the space, Glavash, Siggy Jonsson, here we go. Speed the passing up a little bit. Round the side for Quarto! Oh, that nearly rolled right into the net. Incredible. Well, half-time, and it's been a dreadful game. Really, really dreadful. We're just going to up the tempo slightly, try and drag them out of position a little bit more, because I think that's all we really can do to try to get them to break that shape. The only other option for us, really, is to try and find some set-piece joy. Oh, it's not a bad pass. Cabrera's ball in. Siggy Jonsson! Off the crossbar. Lovely header. Kudus is... Oh, go on, Dinko. This is a chance. Dinko, Pavlich side netting. And Rangers look less threatening so far. First 10 minutes of the second half, we've actually had a few chances, open them up a little bit, just finding little gaps now, hopefully. And we need to do this for the rest of this game and find that goal. Cabrera's got a lot better in this second period since we started up in the tempo. He's finding more space to get crosses in, and it's making a big difference. They're just moving that ball a little bit faster, and he's just getting into those positions a bit more. It's a good block on him, but we should win it back with Skov. Finds Pavlich. Just whip it, Dinko. Goes for his right foot. Lombardo's header! Oh, just wide. All the way back for Milivojev. We're starting to definitely take control of the game now, which is what I want to see from us. Nice little one-touch stuff. Mihilchea, he may go off soon. Oh, we've already made the subs, haven't we? Mihilchea's ball in, and Quarto's header! Oh, dearie me. So close. Oh, and now Quarto's hurt himself. We know he's always got that slight injury proneness, but he's managed to survive so many games. Oh, that's not what we needed, and I shouldn't have made that third sub, but I forgot that we'd already made the sub for Kudus' injury. And now we are down to 10. It's not what you want to see, but it's in off the crossbar, and it's Mihailo Milivojev in the 83rd minute, and that might be the goal that gets us right back into the action in this group. But remember, 10 men, we need to try and kill this game. It's a great ball in from Dinko Pavlich. I don't know what the Rangers defence are doing, but we have the lead, and right now, this would be a huge win if we were to get it. And I think deserved, just on the second half performance alone, we have got a lot better. Rangers have had, I think, 0 shots in the whole second half, which is a big deal. Oh, no. What a tap. Oh, I would have been so pissed. Come on. 30 seconds to go. Sassuolo 1, Rangers 0. Arguably, that chance they should have scored, to be fair. Oh, and they've kicked it out for a corner, and that's surely going to do it. We can kill the time now. They should have just left it to their keeper, and we will kill these seconds, as many as we need now. Skov puts the corner in. It's headed to the edge of the box, and that's it. Sassuolo 1, Rangers 0. Wow. Second half, they didn't do anything, but then they had that massive chance which we put on a plate for them when they damn near could have got the equaliser. I would have been annoyed at us for letting that happen, but we do get the win. Sassuolo 1, Rangers 0. We're still unbeaten we're unbeaten in all competitions this season. This is insane. Right, that's massive. But now, a few more games off camera, and I can talk about the squad stuff, and I think we really are onto something at the moment. And then the second game, away at Ibrox. If we avoid defeat there, I think third is in the bag, and there could still be more stuff to come. Back in a sec. Right then, we're back and we had some games off camera, as you well would have expected. First up, we were at home against Salernitana with the rotated squad, and it was a good performance. Granados drops it across here. Eventually, it's knocked down by Glavash and hammered into the back of the net by Kevin after just 10 minutes to give us the lead. And obviously, we smashed these guys on the final day of last season, and today was no different. Glavash with the ball around the side. Quarto sits the defender down brilliantly, drops it across for Glavash. First goal for Sassuolo, 2-0 after 26 minutes. We then got a red card as Milivojevic was sent off for a second yellow in the first half, having to play in place of Pavlic, but it did not affect us. Glavash picked out another gorgeous little ball through, this time for Quarto, 3-0 on the stroke of half-time, and the game was basically dead at that point, but we still had more. Granados with the ball in, this time Rodriguinho with a little flicked-on header, 4-0. Really, really strong performance from the lads. Glavash was superb. Basically, everyone was just excellent. And this was the game that kind of made me think, oh, okay, maybe there is something here with the likes of Glavash and Kevin. They really do look like guys that could do a very good job for us. And that's nice to see. Nice to see that they could step in like that in, you know, a game that we generally rotate a lot of the team. And next, it was away to Hellas Verona. After just 13 minutes, Kevin getting the ball out on the left-hand side here, just finds a tiny bit of space to put this ball through. On the full volley, Granados, top corner, 1-0, his first goal for the club. Lovely to see that. Then, with 15 minutes to go, we were in total control at this point, but we still had time for this one. Glavash just drops the ball around the side, and there was Lombardo for 2-0. So another excellent performance from Glavash in the midfield, gets his assist. Lombardo scoring a nice goal. He does like to get forward when he plays that role, and it was a comfortable 2-0 victory. And this was just music to my ears. That kind of took me back to last season when we were just winning and winning and winning, and it was a great moment for us. Then directly after the Rangers game, our first game in the little middle section, Veronese ball was through. Unfortunately, deflects off of two of our defenders, and Billy was able to score. Very annoying to see that happen, and what would end up being their only shot on target of the match, frustratingly. But then on the hour mark, thank goodness, Granados with a great little ball through, but a mistake from them as well allowed Sigurd Jonsson in to make it 1-1. Certainly not our best performance by any means. I think a draw was a pretty fair result in the end. It's annoying to concede the goal as it was, but at the end of the day, they handed us our goal as well. It's nice to see Siggy dispatch it, though. Not the best in this game, sadly. And then, unfortunately, away at Roma, we finally succumbed to our first defeat of the season from that rocket of a shot. Still a fairly close game, but we just didn't offer enough going forward. We still had some chances, but they were definitely the better side in this one. We just couldn't hit the target, sadly. Definitely our worst performance of the season. You can see that it's sort of been coming for a while, but it's fine. In our next game, my disappointment was way more clear, though. Kudos gave us the lead with our first penalty in over a year. And then this. Moscatelli. I don't understand what he's trying to do with that. Like, we have a specific instruction for goalkeepers and he just ignores it. And it cost us a goal. 65 minutes, Castanero all the way through in the end, and it was 1-1 here. Just one of those infuriating games where I think we were actually pretty good. Just couldn't hit the target enough in this game. But still, if we don't do that stupidity from the goalkeeper there, we end up winning this match probably. And it's an annoying one. But again, overall, still not worried. That does leave us technically, though, 9th in the league with 18 points on the board right now. Now, the league's a little bit skewed at the moment because there's a lot of points sort of accumulating towards the top. I think 18 points would have put us further up the league last season, so I don't think it's certainly the end of the world. We've only lost one of our first 11. Yes, there's only 4 wins in there, but I do feel like there's more to come from us at the moment. I'm certainly not I'm disappointed with some of the results, but I'm not worried in the same way that last season we had faith in the system and it came good for us, and I feel like that will happen again this year. That you have to add in the fact that we're playing all these extra European games in there too, and we weren't going to be able to suddenly build a team that had immense amounts of depth overnight. We don't have the money. That just wasn't going to happen. We wouldn't have been able to register those players anyway. Any of these things take time, and it's a long building process. So I'm still pretty content with the way we're performing right now, particularly as the fact that we're actually unbeaten in Europe up to this point. That is very surprising to me, and that makes me much, much happier. If we were performing poorly in Europe and I mean, not poorly, but like slightly subpar in the league, I would be much more worried. But we're actually doing really well in Europe. And right now, the league form is certainly not concerning me by any means. We still, I think, have the best defence in the entire league. Just need to start finishing our chances a little bit. But as we saw last season, we're more than capable of turning those things around. And I have full faith that we will do exactly that. Because let's face it, we've still only lost 1 game this season. Sad news though, Rodriguinho broke his foot in the last game and is going to be out for 4 months, which is a genuine issue, really, because it does give us a little bit less room to rotate. Thankfully, the guy we got on loan from Fiorentina actually can play centre-back too, has the height to do the job, so I'm more than happy to play him there if we need to. He actually played centre-back, I think, in the game against Salernitana as well, and did a fine job there too. And I think we're missing Quarto as well. 5 weeks he will be out for. He's obviously, we've had a few of those weeks already, but I do think we're a little bit worse with him without him in the team. Granados definitely performs better when he's in the wide playmaker role, which is why I moved him back there. Away at Rangers, a win here, and we guarantee ourselves 3rd place. And that was my target. But really, I just want to not lose. Now, obviously, Kevin's... Oh, what? Oh, wow. Okay, that's fine. Milivojevic can come back in. This is not spectacular, but we can make this work. This is not the end of the world. As I said, I was happy to play him in that role if we needed to. And Milivojevic, who sat out the last game, is back in. I believe Pavlich sat out as well. So definitely some strength coming back into this team. But you can see that we have... a few injuries have cost us. I'm going to bring Skov Olsen back in, honestly, on this left-hand side. And bring Kudos into the middle. And put Granados back on the right. Because I think he's so much better there. He just seems to perform better when he's in that role. Skov Olsen, we saw him play really well in this role for the second half of last season. Kudus could do with the chance through the middle, and I'm fine with that. I've been resting Glavash for today over Flansy because I wanted to bring Glavash back in for this match. And Flans just, I don't know, not seen anything superb out of him, really. But that's always the case with him. You know what you're kind of getting. I also rested Siggy Johnson for the last game too. So we should be about as full strength as we can. Well, not as full strength, but from what we have, about as full strength as we can get. Kelly still isn't really ready yet, which is a shame. We know what they're going to do. They're likely to play the exact same shape again. We're going to wait until we get into the game to actually make any changes, just to make sure, because you know how sometimes they can say this and then change the system the moment they get into the match. But I have a plan this time for what we're going to do. And I think it was that tempo upgrade that really made a difference last time. But this game does have one of those horrible hallmarks for me, of one of those ones where we just may not turn up at all. I don't want to see another repeat of the sort of first 40 minutes of the second half against Sporting, ideally. Yeah, they are signing up like that, so we're just going to go with a slightly higher tempo from the very off. Now, what I would say is as well, though, I might look to change that anyway, because we don't actually have to come here and win. Our plan is just don't lose. That's really what matters in this match, is just to avoid defeat. However, if we were to come to Ibrox and get a victory, that would give us a really good chance at qualification for the next round entirely over Sporting, should things go our way. Although it was disappointing to drop points against them in that game, we still have a chance if we can pull something off here. Oh, intercepted by Skov Olsen on the left. That's nice. He's going to have to hold this ball up for a teammate. No. Oh, that's a great ball. Kudus is going to shake his man off. It's a tight angle. He won't surely go for goal, and he has. Clipping it long. Siggy Johnson actually might be able to peel away. He does. Kudus! Oh, it's a great effort on goal, but Kelleher does really well to turn it over, and we've actually done really good in the opening 10 minutes of this match. I think taking what we learned from the last game into this one has made a massive difference so far. We definitely look on top so far. I'd like to see how well he does this season in that position, given that, you know, he's had a few injuries and a few little layoffs. And Glavash! Good strike. And, oh dear. Oh, don't let him slip it through. Good tackle. I mean, Pavlich has fouled his man there, but, oh, actually, Davis looks hurt, potentially. Just don't let him get in the box. What a save! Oh my god, Moscatelli's just pulled out a worldie there. I can't believe he even got the shot in. He's offside in the end, but my lord. We've had a really good first half performance. This is exactly what I wanted from us here. Oh, lovely little roll from Skov Olsen just to take the defenders out of the game there. Finds a bit of space for Cabrera. Great ball through, and it's blocked, and it's cleared. As first halves go, I'm much happy with our first half performance here than I am from the home game with us, and I think what we've learned has definitely helped us in this game. Their keeper is very much keeping them in. Well, they've only made 3 saves in fairness. Pavlich to deliver a free kick from out this wide left. It's a good ball in, and it's dropped down, and it's well saved by the goalkeeper. Cabrera. Kudus flicks it on. Skov Olsen's into the box. Cuts inside. Good save again from Kelleher. Oh, the game is still 0-0. As things stand, it would still be 6 apiece for all the teams at the top of the league. Oh, Glavash, it's another shot on target. City have taken the lead in their match. Oh, no. You have got to be kidding me. Oh, mother of God. I don't know. We went through spells last year when it just felt like nothing would go in the bloody net, and today has been that day. What can you say, really? I don't think we played badly. It's just that's football, innit? But it's like, for crying out loud, like a draw, and it's like you're through. And now, I mean, to be fair, Rangers do still now have to play both Sporting and Manchester City, and would have to win the games because of goal difference and stuff. But I say win the games, win a game. They'd have to beat either City or Sporting, and I think they have Sporting at home. Actually, I don't know what their fixtures are really like. The fact is, we're still not out of the woods of even qualifying, but like that could have put us in a prime position, and that's just the run of games we've been on lately, really. Apart from the Roma one, where we were just bad. It happens. It'll come back to us, but annoying it happened in a game like that, to be honest. I think we actually played really well, and yeah, disappointing. We're actually now without a win in 4. But as I said, it'll come back to us. We've got Torino away next. That's not exactly easy, but it's not exactly incredibly hard either. We are going to be missing some players through injuries, though, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, Manchester City at home and then Sporting away. I think, unless we pull off some miracle in Portugal, I think our chances of getting through in second are very, very slim. particularly as Sporting still have to play Rangers. But I do think that Rangers are probably still not going to be able to overcome these two, and I think third place should still be fairly strong for us. But like, all we needed was a draw there, and they've just lost the plot. But there we go. So if you've enjoyed this episode in spite of that goal, we've gone from like ecstasy to devastation in a very short space of time, but that's what makes football fun, isn't it, at the end of the day? So yeah, if you've enjoyed it, drop a like. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. I stream on Twitch Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, so go follow there as well, and I'll see you guys tomorrow as well. We finish off this group. Anything could happen. We could technically still win this group, but that seems very unlikely. But anything from second down to fourth is still very much on the cards. So thank you so much for watching. Hold your gun, capybara, bye bye.